Now we're going to be finding the rule of arithmetic sequence, and you guys should all know our general form of the Tn formula. It's a plus n minus 1d, which gives us the nth term. So Tn is simply the nth term. So if you want the 20th term, you just sub in n equals to 20, so you get the 20th term, and whatever term you want, you just sub it into n. Now we should know that a is our first term. The first one in the sequence is going to be a, the first term, and d is simply our common difference. Yeah, difference between each number will be our common difference. So remember what these pronumerals stand for, guys, and we're going to use this to find different rules of different arithmetic sequences. So have a look, guys. Question 1 says the third term is 7 and the seventh term is 15. So they tell us what the third term and the seventh term of an arithmetic sequence is. And what we want to do firstly is write the rule for the arithmetic sequence. Now, we don't know what the sequence is, and they don't even tell us what the first term is, they don't even tell us what the common difference is, so you might think that this might be difficult to find, but what we're going to do is just utilize the given information and maybe solve with those to get our first term and the common difference. So, what I'm going to do is start with the first bit of information. They tell us that the third term is 7. So, using our formula here, we know that Tn is a plus n minus 1d. I'm going to try to put that information into our rule. Now, they say it's the third term, which means n must be 3, isn't it? So, I sub in 3 into n, so T3 is a plus 3 minus 1d. And that should be equal to, they tell us it's 7. So make that equate to 7. Now, we don't know what a and d is, so you can just leave it as unknown. It's just a and d. Just leave it as a and d. And let's simplify it. 3 minus 1 is 2, so I can say that a plus 2d is 7. And I'm just going to label that equation 1 so we can use it later. We can't do anything further with that now, I can see. So I'll just leave it like that. Now, let's use the next bit of information. The next bit of information, I'm again going to put that into our formula, the rule. And this time they give us the 7th term. So, if it's the 7th term, n is 7. So this time I'm going to replace my n's with 7, so it becomes a plus 7 minus 1d, and they tell you that it's equal to 15, isn't it? So I made it equate to 15. And again, I'm going to simplify it. 7 minus 1 is 6, so a plus 6d must be equal to 15. And we can't do anything further with this, so I'm just going to label it equation 2. Now guys, I've got 2 equations and 2 unknown values. We can solve it simultaneously, can't we? Now I'm going to use the elimination method here because you can see that the a is common, isn't it? So I can eliminate the a out. So I'll do the second equation minus the first equation. See the second equation? I'm doing the second equation minus first equation rather than first equation minus second equation because the values are bigger, so we don't have to worry too much about the negative values. So let's do it. I've got my second equation on top. See the second equation? I put it on top, and then the first equation I'll put it on bottom. And let's subtract. If we subtract, the a's just cancel out. 16 minus 2d is 4d, and 15 minus 7 is simply 8. So therefore d would be 8 divided by 4, which is 2. So we've got d really simply by using our simultaneous equations, haven't we? So now that we've found the common difference, which is our d here, we can now find a. We've got 2 equations, just sub it into any one of those. I'm just going to substitute d equals to 2 into the first equation, but you'd get the same answer if you put it into the second one. So I'll put it in here, guys. So it'll be a plus 2 times 2 equal to 7. I just replace the d with a 2. Now 2 times 2 is 4, and to get a, we subtract away 4 from 7. So 7 minus 4 is 3. So we've got a as well. So we've got a, we've got d. Let's put it into our rule again, our main rule here. This time leave n as unknown. So we leave n as n because we want to use that rule depending on what term we want to find. So I'm going to make Tn equals to a, which is 3, plus n minus 1, d, which is 2. And that's the rule, but we have to simplify it. I'm going to expand out the bracket, so 2 times n is 2n, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. And we can simplify further, 3 minus 2 is 1. So I've simply got 2n plus 1, which is going to be our Tn. So leave it like this. That would be the rule, guys. So we can say that Tn is 2n plus 1. So if you want the 18th term, you sub in n equals to 18. If you want the 105th term, you sub in 105, etc. So we can use this rule. So that links us to our next part, and I left the answer in part A here, so we'll just refer to that. It's asking us to find the 50th term. So, you know what to do. If we want the 50th term, n is 50, so we'll just substitute 50 into our n, just like that. So T50 is 2 times 50, 2 times 50 plus 1, which is going to be 101. As simple as that. So if you've got the rule, guys, finding whatever term you want is so simple. Just substitute the values in.